had a dream that my husband and I were in the kitchen. We were cooking, we were laughing, and we were having a good time. And halfway through the dream, I said to him, but this is wrong, because didn't one of us die? At that point, I woke up and I thought, oh my God, one of us died. And then I thought, who died? And then it took me a few seconds after I woke up to understand that he had died. And then I thought, it doesn't matter who died. In a way, I had also died. The thing that I really liked about Iremar, he was very straightforward, and also someone who was very genuine. If he said he was going to do something, he did. He was just loving, caring, just wanted everything to be well and wouldn't say a bad word about anybody. Iremar was very practical, very active, a handyman, always took care of my son and I. Everything my son knows that is practical today, it's because his father taught him. So Iremar's role was as a formwork carpenter. He used to go to construction sites and set up the wooden frames basically for the concrete to go in. He was a perfectionist in what he did. He was given all the difficult jobs such as stairs or lift shafts because his work was so perfect. Sometimes he used to dream about having his own company and doing formwork, which was very specific and very niche. He passed away at 1:30 in the afternoon. I came in through the front door. We hadn't been in the house for like a few seconds when the police knocked. They started talking to me about my husband, and then they said, look, we have not very good news, your husband has passed away. I just froze. And all I could hear was my son screaming. So my son was screaming, saying, oh, Dad, oh, Dad. And I froze, and I didn't cry, I didn't speak. And then I looked up and I saw the two male and female policemen, and they didn't know what to do with me. I was like that for minutes. I couldn't console my son. It was just so shocking. But it's almost like my sense of reality just shifted. I was no longer me. It was no longer this house. It was something else that was going on. What happened on that day is that he was working at a construction site. So he was setting up the formwork on the second level. He fell off from the side. I think it was a distance of maybe about 3 meters. He fell because there was no protection, and even though he was an experienced form worker. But unfortunately for him as well, he fell onto the ground to some exposed pins, and that caused an injury on his, just below his shoulder, and that was fatal. I spent maybe 3-4 years of my life dealing with legal proceedings, either with SafeWork or compensation claim or civil case. And I think when that happens to someone who's grieving is that they can't really grieve. And it was not until everything was finalized that I had some peace. But then that's when your grieving process actually starts, because then everything is finished and you're left with, this house that is now empty, and, I'm living alone with it. So, that's been my journey up to now. Whoever listens to my story, that they think that it changes their mindset and the way they look at safety. Don't walk into that site if it's not safe. Stop it. No money is worth a life or then the impact that it's going to have on a family for the rest of their lives. Being part of the family and injured workers group, it has been incredible. Emotionally has helped me a lot. The reason for that is when something happens to you, something like that, a fatality, so your loved one has passed away, there was no references to who can I talk to about this. And especially for me, because I just got so angry and I started thinking that I was crazy. And meeting other people who had experienced the same thing and hearing their stories, it made me feel a lot better, because everybody else was doing the same thing. Everybody else was experiencing anger. And it was a way that I could talk to people who had experienced the same things as I did. And I started feeling like a person again. Saying, okay, well, I'm just a person who lost someone, who's grieving and who's angry because probably because I don't understand. There's still a lot that I don't know about the process and what can and can't happen. So, and it gave me a sense of family as well. They are my family. They are someone that I can text them, I can call them. If I'm not well, they can talk to me without judgment as well, because they know how it feels. So it's been incredibly fortunate to have met these people, and I do consider them as my family.